crazy when your family turn to enemies. Man, it's crazy how these moments turn to memories. They telling me that my idol's my competition, man. How am I supposed to fit in with rappers driven by melodies? I hear the whisper, but you never match my energy. My dogs is ready and steady, so don't compete with me. I mean competing, I'm starting to know your weakness. I'm warning y'all like a beacon, we sneaking, I never speak. I'm not at people cause they temporary. I'm just loving all this money like it's February. A couple monsters in my circle, but I'm never scary. I'ma keep on killing all these rappers, need a cemetery. Heard they tryna dun me, shining like they sun me. And they keep it sticking the chopper, so call me Chungy. I was steady flipping the dollar cause I'm the one. You would thought I was from Phoenix, I'm balling out with the Suns beat.
What's up everybody, it's DJ REYMO, Power 105.1. This is the Powers Industry, home of new music and entertainment. It's my main man, Ahmed. You know what it is. We're going to have some fun today. Our guest today is young Devyn. How you doing?
Good.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
So tell the world about you.
I'm a 16-year-old rapper from Brooklyn, New York, representing Trinidad. I've been rapping for about like 2 years now, but I've been singing soca music, which is like a Caribbean genre, since I was 8. So this is like a cool transition from soca.
So when you say
hip-hop.
you've been like rapping for 2 years, singing for whatever years, like on a professional level or in the bathroom?
Yeah, no, like on a professional level. I've been traveling, performing.
Oh, so you've been performing.
Going on tour.
Let's tell the people some of the things you've done.
Yeah,
when you say professional, like, so you've been like known artist already?
Yeah, in the soca industry.
Here we go. I get in a feeling inside me. I jump in, watch it drop beside me. Keep pumping and weaving and winding. We winding, we winding. I get in a feeling inside me. I jump in, watch it drop beside me. Keep pumping and weaving and winding. We winding. Can somebody find me? Can somebody find me?
I've been performing like when I was 11 for like 20,000
I like soca music.
people.
Come, Johnny, party. I love that.
Yeah. I've been
Yeah, I'm
performing
messing with you.
for like some stadiums, like of 20,000 people in Trinidad.
Wow.
Selling on my own shows in St. Martin and Anguilla, and so like rapping came kind of organically because it was just something that I wanted to have fun with, and then it's kind of something I fell in love with.
I like that. I might need your autograph now. Before you. All right, cool. You've been doing it. You've been working.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We love that. That's good. That's good. We love that. What got you into the music?
Yeah.
Into music, it was something that happened naturally. It was never like, I mean, my mom and my dad, they both like were into music, but it wasn't something that they put in me. It was just something that happened organically. My school had a talent show, and it was a Caribbean day. So basically, you just brought your own flag and you performed. So I performed the soca song because you know my family's from Trinidad, and that's how it kind of took off. Like it wasn't like I wanted to be an artist or yeah, it just happened naturally.
That's what you.
So did your parents? You said they went into the music. Were they actual artists or they just loved?
No,
the
they
music,
weren't actual artists. My dad, my mom was like she could sing, but she never really ended up taking it serious. But my dad, he just loved music and he always had an ear for it. But on my mom's side, my family, like as sisters, there's like 8 of them. They all were into music. Yeah.
Music.
You said 8 of them?
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely a West Indian movie.
Definitely.
No TV. No TV.
So let me ask you. You wound up on Sway in the Morning. How did that come about?
I did TRL, MTV, and Sway, obviously, he's the host of TRL, and he heard me rapping, and he was like, I need to get you on my show. But, like, Sway is big, so I didn't really think that he was going to actually get me on his show. And he ended up following me on Instagram, and we were just communicating back and forth, and then he sent me his booking agent's number, and she was like, all right, well, next week Friday, you'll be up there. And so I went on Sway, and I did it. I was super thankful for it, and I learned so much from it, and then when they posted it, it just started going crazy and viral.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you do? You kicked the freestyle up there or something?
I did a freestyle.
Yeah, I'm beneficial, my circle is beneficial. They can never put my cards, really ain't dealing with you suckers. Man, I can't tell if you a gangster or undercover. When I was freezing in my basement, you was undercover.
We might hold you try, put you in the booth.
Yeah, we gotta put you in the booth here, man. I mean, I know you just Sway and all that.
Yeah.
This is Power 105, DJ REYMO in the building.
Right.
We gonna
see what it is.
And I'm gonna need that autograph before you leave.
Word up. So let me ask you. I mean, and how is school working out for you? I mean, as you went viral, because I know they seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, what is that experience like?
It's crazy because it's like I would go viral on a Friday, go to school on Monday, and everybody would be like, "Yo, I saw you."
That's hot.
So yeah, it's cool like that, to see that. And a lot of the kids, because I was performing, like I'm doing soca music, and my school is like a Caribbean-based school. All of the kids, they already have known me for doing soca. So to kind of see that switch, but understand it, they're like, "Yo, you crazy." Like every time I walk out of class or go somewhere, somebody's always stopping me in the hallways and different things like that. And my teachers. My teachers.
Your teachers too?
Yeah, they're like the biggest fans. They're like, "Yeah, I saw you."
So you're definitely getting an A.
I hope so. I hope so.
You be like, yeah, I'm getting ready to sign this deal.
Yeah.
I know we got a test tomorrow, but
Yeah, I actually wrote about that in one of my essays. My teacher was like, "You perform?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "I'm good. What's your name?" And then I told him my stage name, and he was like, the next day in school, he was like, so I looked you up.
Obviously, that's what teachers do.
Yeah.
They study.
and you're definitely gonna pass.
Yep. Yeah.
That's crazy. Was it transition hard for you to like? Are you both doing both at this time, or are you just more into the hip hop?
Well, right now I'm focused on the hip hop. I always said that I was gonna make soca music a more mainstream genre, so it was gonna be like me going into a more mainstream, whether it be rap, pop, R&B, conquering it, and then using my platform to open that door. But me going into rapping, I made sure the transition was as smooth as possible, and it was smooth because it wasn't on purpose. Like,
Right.
I started doing this thing called Freestyle Fridays, where I put out videos of me rapping every Friday.
Okay.
And so my fan base at that time, they were already starting to look forward to it because it was a switch.
Right,
And then I started gaining new fans from those videos.
You know, I know a little bit about the Caribbean
Mhm.
culture, and I know they like to say "sell out."
Yeah.
They call you a sellout.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, they never called
they
me a
call you
sellout
that.
because I still represent
Okay.
Trinidad. Everything that I do,
Okay.
every rap that I spit, I always make sure I shout out Trinidad and
You're gonna
Tobago.
have to still do a soca record here and there.
Yeah, of course, of
Keep it,
course.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta go back to that school.
Yeah.
Wow, you know, your talent is a phenomenal one.
Thank you.
Which is why I asked you to come up here and I talked to REYMO about bringing you.
Mhm.
I'm even more impressed. I know that you had some health issues
Yeah.
as you were younger. You want to talk about that?
Mhm. When I was 2, I had a disease called Kawasaki disease, and long story short, I ended up being in the hospital for like 21 days.
Oh, wow.
I was like a couple of hours away from dying because the hospital that I was in, they thought I had a virus, so they gave me medicine that actually made the disease worse. And so it was to the point where I was literally a couple hours away from dying, and my doctor had said if they never switched me over to a New York Methodist, that my mom would have been preparing for my funeral in the next like 8 hours. So
Wow.
yeah.
Hospitals.
So, and having gone through that experience, is there any charities, anything that you're kind of dedicated to?
But even far from that in particular, I have a orphanage in Trinidad called the Sarah Ross Orphanage. It's for kids who are infected with HIV and AIDS. And so every Trinidad Carnival, I go there and I have dinner with Devyn. And so it's like a thing because, you know, they don't really get that opportunity. So I make sure I bring all of my like soca superstar friends, and they come and they're like, yo, this is crazy. And we perform for them. We give them food. And throughout the year, I send things like toiletries, clothes, different things like that. So, yeah.
Beautiful.
That is,
Humanitarian here.
you know, and at such a young age for you to be so appreciative and supportive. Of
Yeah,
those
it's
children.
definitely humbling. Definitely.
Are there any artists that you would love to work with? Any like successful big artists that's like, you know, I need to work with her or him.
Yeah.
I know we could kill it out there.
Yeah, I definitely want to work with Meek
Okay.
and Nicki Minaj. Like, those are like my top 2.
I don't think you're gonna be able to pull it off at the same time.
Yeah, you know,
A couple years ago, I think it would have been easy. but
easy. I
think
could have got
right
both of them.
now- Yeah, I think right now,
Yeah, you know.
yeah, you can't
But
let
yeah.
them know that y'all dealing with each other.
Yeah, they're my faves
They
though.
might, you know what I mean?
Your fave?
Yeah.
It'll be a dub quick.
I know
Who?
that she didn't. What do you think about Cardi B?
I feel like Cardi's dope. I feel like Cardi is super dope. She's putting on for the females. I just feel like there's a lane for everybody. And I feel like the general public needs to understand that because they're so used to having one female at a time, especially when Nicki did it because she came in when it was really nobody. It's like my generation, they don't know what it's like to have 2 females or like 3 females in the game. So I feel like Cardi coming in and doing her thing as well, and Nicki being in her own lane as well, it just shows that it's versatility.
Does it bother you being an artist when people ghostwrite for other artists? Some of the big names you mentioned, they don't write their own rhymes. What's your opinion on that? What's your take on that?
It doesn't really bother me. It's just when it comes to like lyricists, like top 5 lyricists, like you just wouldn't be able to be in that conversation. But it doesn't bother me. I take my pen game very serious, and a lot of people.
You write all your own work.
And a lot of
You
people.
know, it's rumored that people write for you, right?
Yeah, I
People
heard
that
that.
say that.
And I
So-
responded to that a couple of times. A lot of people think that I don't write my raps, but that flatters me to know that, you know, people think that my bars are that good that I can't write them, but I'll continue. That makes me go harder, that makes me write harder, and that makes me come up with more trickier things to make people think, oh yeah, she can't write that. She couldn't have think of that.
So what is your work ethic when you're writing something? How's your thought process? How do you come up with words? Like I always wish I could write some shit. I can't write nothing, but I always wonder like how do they just sit in a room with pen and paper and they think of a story? Like how do you put a song together? How do you write?
I don't really have to think of like stories or fabricate because I just write about my real life and the things that I've gone through, and I think that's what connects with people more because they could hear that pain, they could hear that struggle and what I've been through. But when it comes to me writing, I could write anytime, anywhere, but my most comfortable zone is when like 4 in the morning, like the quiet hours when everybody's
Mom know you're
sleeping.
awake at 4 in the morning?
Yeah, and
Is
she
it
comes
school
into my
day?
room like, "What are you doing?" But she understands now, though.
Like, we trying to get out of, you know what I mean? We're going to make a hit record. We're
Yeah.
gonna get a plaque.
Yeah.
I need some awards. Let me write my songs.
So the Source wrote something about you.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was.
And that was random
The
too.
next queen.
Yeah, the next
That's
queen
a
of hip hop.
very big deal.
Yeah.
So, what is your thoughts behind that? I mean, does it make you nervous? Or you, like, what is your vibe off of that?
It doesn't really make me nervous because I try not to think about that too much. Like,
She's from Brooklyn. She doesn't get nervous.
yeah, I hear a lot of people. Like say different things like that, but I just don't try to think in that. I just want to just be great. Like it's not really about any title or anything like that. For me, I just want to be the best, and whatever title that is, then give it to me. But that's not something that I walk around hailing myself as. I mean, if the Source want to do it, the Source could do it. That's the Source, you know. And it was random because I actually had came home from the studio, and it was like 12 in the morning, and I just searched my name up on Google, and I saw that they posted it, and then I hit my publicist. I was like, "You know about this?" So yeah, it was crazy. Shout out to the Source. Shout out to the Source.
Where Brooklyn at? I like that.
Yeah.
She has like media training already, right?
Yeah,
So
man.
what was this?
I never got media
Where
trained.
Where
though.
you from in Brooklyn?
I'm from East New York.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I always say I'm a Harlem dude with a Brooklyn bounce. I'm raised between
Oh.
Polo Grounds and Marcy. So
My mom's from Harlem.
okay, see how it goes, and it's that combination just makes great people.
Brooklyn.
You know what I mean? Huh?
It's Brooklyn all the way.
I hear you. I hear you. Know.
Which one you like better, Harlem or Brooklyn?
Well, see, I'm a big Jay-Z fan. And if you ever
Ah.
listen to what Jay said,
Mhm.
he says, I had niggas thinking I was from uptown for
Mhm.
real because I had so much hustle. But
Right.
I was down to ill, like a Brooklynville, straight out of Brownsville. So for me, that combination is
It's a
great
balance.
one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It makes for a great quality, you know, and it obviously makes for a great quality. You know, you holding up the beat. Mom is from Harlem,
Yep.
Harlem world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she knows how to get that hustle.
Right.
Speaking of great balance, how do you balance your school life, your real life, and then your artist life? Now,
Mhm.
you know.
Well, as of lately, it's been a little bit harder because things are starting to like speed up for me. But in general, I just try to just stay focused. I make sure I always do my schoolwork first, and then I do my music after. So whether it be doing my homework before I go to the studio, like that's what it would have to be. Yeah.
Do you do some traveling and stuff like that? Have you been on the road?
Yeah. When I travel, my teachers send me my work online, so
Oh,
I
wow.
just submit it over the computer.
You made it already. You know how many kids want that?
Yeah.
Like, I can't go to school. Send me my homework online.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, well, you've been in school for a while, so it's not like I don't think you're getting cheated out of that aspect of it. You know, some students that are doing music or acting. A lot of them we've interviewed, and a lot of them started from like 3, and they've been in this world. So, you know, are you planning to go on to college? Is there?
I actually applied for LIU the other day, but
Which one, the Brooklyn or the Long Island?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Brooklyn, yeah. But yeah, college is something that I definitely want to do. Even if I can't physically be there, that's something that I want to have. I want to have a college degree, no matter how famous or how big of a superstar I may turn out to be. I still need my education, so yeah.
Got that.
I like that.
What is the groupie situation like for you now? I know you got them. And
Yeah.
what's your DMs looking? I know some crazy people got to be hitting you in your DMs.
Definitely a lot of grown men. It's weird. I don't answer. A lot of kids, but mostly a lot of support. And it's crazy because it's more so like international, like people from Australia, the UK, South Africa. Like those are the type of people that more so DM me a lot. But yeah, the groupie situation, I just try not to focus on it. Like I'll see it, but
What's the weirdest DM you've gotten? You don't have to shout out their DM them. We don't want to give them no credit.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest? Was it like a super old dude or was it?
Yeah,
like
I think like the creepiest ones are like the old dudes who really try to like have a whole proposal in my DM. Yeah. That's that's the creepiest to me.
You got proposed to already?
Yeah, because it's not like people don't know my age. Like the whole purpose of people being surprised how I rap is because I'm 16. Like I know you know my age and they still DM me, but
You know,
That's
some
crazy.
parts of the world,
that's okay, right?
it's okay. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
So those are some of your bad things in the music industry. What are some of your favorite experiences? What do you love about being in this industry?
Well, the things now, especially, is like now that I'm kind of more in and like doing label meetings and different things like that, just seeing all of the things that my favorite artists have been through, and I'm walking that same path, like being on Sway. And I was just a couple months ago watching Meek Mill rap on Sway, and like going to these different labels and doing those type of things. I feel like that's the more like surreal part, like meeting all those
Who
people.
were some of the labels that you met with so far?
Should I say?
No, man.
I
Yeah,
can't
sure,
say.
say.
I can't say on camera. I can't say on camera.
Okay, so
She's
who's
trying to
over
get a
on camera?
bidding war. You know what I mean? She's trying to get a bidding war on.
Yeah,
When people putting their bid in, they're definitely putting their bid in.
definitely.
So I heard you did a record, right? You did the Chung Lee record over.
Yeah.
Did you get any feedback from any of them? Like, did Nikki reply back to you?
Yeah, Nikki liked it on Instagram. It was crazy. I was in the train coming
You sure
home
it was
from
her?
school.
Was it a verified?
Yeah, I tapped it. It was the 80 mil.
Making sure.
Yeah.
Sure, 'cause there's like 40 million Nikki fans out there.
And first, like a couple of her fans were like posting it on their Twitters. It went crazy on Twitter first, and then I posted on my Instagram. It went crazy there, and then I was just coming home, and I was in the train station, and I was checking my phone, and everybody was tagging me, and I'm like, what happened? They're like, Nicki liked your stuff, and if anybody knows me, they know that Nicki Minaj is my favorite artist. So I saw it, I tapped it, I saw the verified button, I went back, I tapped it twice. I'm like, this is not real. Like, I called my mother, I wasn't breathing properly, like it was crazy. I'm like, Nicki saw me. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was
And you haven't met Nikki yet, right?
No, I haven't. I feel like I'm gonna pass out, so I don't know if I ever meet her, but you know.
You'll be okay. You'll meet her one day. Like bump into each other on a radio interviews.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna be like, hi. Yeah.
Is there any other artists out there that you would love to work with? Did I ask that?
You asked that, but I mean, she was clearly with Nikki and me.
I like all the young artists too. Whether
What do you think? What do you think about the drama between Nikki
and Cardi?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I just feel like there's a lot of room for any female rapper, and whatever between like the public doesn't really know like what goes on behind the scenes, but whatever issue that's between them, I hope they work it out, because a Nicki Minaj Cardi B record would be fire. Like, but putting aside the Migos, like I'm talking about Nicki Minaj featuring Cardi B or Cardi B and Nicki, like that is gonna be fire. So I hope, and it will also show like female unity, because that's what people want to see so bad.
Stuff is corny, right?
Yeah.
I know you worked with Sean Mastermind, right? What was that like?
Yeah, Mastermind was like the first person who taught me how to record music in general. Like, that was the first studio I ever went to. He made my first 3 songs when I did Soca. And yeah, that's like my pops right there when it comes to music.
Stuff?
Yeah.
That's dope. I'm curious. I want to hear some of that Soca stuff.
Yeah.
Yo, well, I need to get in the booth and do something.
Some hip hop?
Yep.
Can you do that?
Of course.
But see, here's the thing. I don't want you to do it over no soca beat. I need you to pick
real
old school.
Yeah.
Give me an old school beat. Let's get it for you. What old school beat would you spit over?
Let's do some Quiet Storm.
I don't think you can handle Quiet Storm.
What? All right, we'll see.
You can handle Quiet Storm? You sure?
We'll see. I'm not
You
really
don't,
the
you don't
talker.
want something a little softer?
No.
Just want to make sure she don't start off saying hot hammer.
If you ain't got no more questions, bro, let's get in.
Let's get to it.
Because Quiet Storm is a real record.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Nigga, the truth. Every time I step in the booth, I speak the truth. Y'all know what I'm bringing to you. I bring the truth. You motherfuckers know who I be. I be the truth. When I speak, set you free. Nigga, the truth.
What's the deal? It's your boy I met what he said. You know where I'm at. You know what it is, man. I'm here with a new talent in the building, straight out of Brooklyn, baby. You know what I mean? Brooklyn, we go hard, baby. We gonna see how my girl, Young Devyn, get it in. You know what I mean? You ready?
Yeah.
And there's no ghost writing, right? You going straight at you, right? All right, let's do it.
New York City, Trinidad, what's up? Let's get it. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm at my apex. When people watching my money, that's why I'm saying less. I keep a drummer right with me that got the same vest. I know some people that's plotting, but in the same set. We making moves, I pick and choose and never follow. I'm in that coupe and Jimmy Choo's. Get it pronto. They keep the tool without the screws. I know it's borrowed. They only hard up on the surface like some old tacos. I keep a winning these suckers. Look at them going bad. See how I came up out this gutter, never going back. And if it's levels to this money, then I'm overstacked. Some people tryna bite my style, cause I'm a whole snack. We in the trenches, jumping over fences. Focused on my dreams, I started missing detention. Praying for a change, but keep on missing my blessings. Writing my emotion, cause I never was affectionate. Never play me, but you know you gon' respect the kid. Check the list, man, I'm the only best at this. The question is, who really gonna try me? If you in my wave, I'm busy making tsunamis. Gang, my hood, they don't play. And if you're not from around here, they gon' spray. Like the feds, you listen to what I say. There's no C's in America, just KKKs, you feel me? Brooklyn, hit it.
Yo, that's what's up. Brooklyn in the building, mommy. That's what I'm talking about. Powers Industry exclusive. Power 105, DJ REYMO in the building. Just what it is, man. We #1. Let's go.
Sheesh,
Yeah, so we're gonna go.
Brooklyn's in the building. Brooklyn. She just, oh my God, the booth is on fire right now.
Yeah.
Quiet Storm has been remixed completely. We don't care about the other verses. This is what it is right now.
You
Yeah.
definitely did Brooklyn
Thank you.
proud.
Thank you.
We appreciate
And
you.
Trinidad
You
too.
know what I mean?
Trinidad.
Oh yeah, that's right. That Trinidad
She
flavor.
rep her
Of
Caribbean.
course.
She rep her Caribbean.
I love that, man. So tell them real quick how they can get at you. What's
Yes,
your
you
handles
guys
are?
can find me on any social media at Young Devyn, YOUNGDEVYN. My Twitter is YoungDevyn1.
What?
That's what's up.
Thank you.
Thank you.